Good morning. We have gathered here to celebrate Doctor's Day. We know that this is 1st of July and it is an occasion for all doctors to celebrate. And we have with us Dr. B.N. Gangadhar, who is the President of Assessment and Rating Board of National Medical Council. We are so happy and thankful, sir, for you could spare some time, and we are sincerely hoping that your presence will add value to this program that we are organizing to thank all our doctors who have fought COVID together during the second wave, and we are all ready to handle the third wave. And in this situation, we'll be so happy to see you, and we'll be receiving all your kind words on this occasion. And to take the session forward, we have Dr. Sabari Sridhar with us, who is the Professor and Head of the Department of Psychiatry, who will be hosting this program for us. The reason why we have chosen Dr. Sabari is that he is one of the most obedient students of Dr. Gangadhar. And he was so delighted and he volunteered himself to be hosting this program. And I hand it over to Dr. Sabari to take the session forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Arun.
I welcome you all for today's Doctor's Day celebration on behalf of Chettinad Academy of Research and Education. As you are aware, Doctor's Day is a tribute to Dr. B.C. Roy, one of the doyens of Indian medical sciences. And as Dr. Arun Kumar sir told, I'm very happy to be hosting this function as one of the students of Dr. Professor B.N. Gangadhar sir. He was my first teacher when I joined PG at NIMHANS. So, looking forward to hearing from sir like all you are. Before starting the meeting, I request everyone to follow the online meeting etiquette of keeping your mics muted throughout the program period. Without much ado, I welcome our respected Dean, Dr. Pichai Balashanmugam, to provide his welcome address. Welcome, sir.
Respected all, a very warm good morning to all the dignitaries and the doctors who have gathered for our Doctor's Day celebrations. I would like to begin by welcoming our dear dignitaries. First, I would like to welcome Professor B.N. Gangadhar, President of Medical Assessment and Rating Board, National Medical Commission. Professor B.N. Gangadhar is a well-known psychiatrist and a former director of NIMHANS, Bangalore. He brings him with over 4 decades of clinical research and administrative experience. He is also the recipient of Sir C.V. Raman Award from the Karnataka government. It is an honor to have you here, sir. Now I welcome Srimati Geeta Muttaya, Chancellor of Chettinad Academy of Research and Education. We thank you, madam, for taking time out of your busy schedule to be in our midst. We also take great pride in welcoming you, madam. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to Dr. T. Balasubramaniam, our Vice Chancellor, who have been a pillar of our support. I also take pleasure in welcoming Mrs. Jayendra Saraswati, madam, our registrar, who is a very dynamic person of our university. I take this opportunity to welcome Professor Arun Kumar, our Vice Principal, to this great occasion. I take pride in welcoming Dr. Prabhu Mayakesavan, Director of Medical Services of Chettinad Hospital, Super Speciality Hospital. I welcome all the doctors who have gathered to celebrate this auspicious day. As we all know, Doctor's Day is celebrated on 1st July of every year to mark the birth anniversary of legendary physician Dr. B.C. Roy, who is also the second Chief Minister of West Bengal. Dr. B.C. Roy is also conferred with Bharat Ratna Award. On this day, on his 139th birth anniversary, I wish that the young doctors gathered here take inspiration from the lives of such great men and constantly work hard even during the tough and dark times to achieve our goals. Finally, I thank everyone for giving this opportunity. Thanking you, and I wish everyone a very happy Doctor's Day.
Thank you, sir. Now I welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor of Chettinad Academy of Research and Education, Dr. T. Balasubramaniam, to address the gathering.
Esteemed and honorable and distinguished chief guest of this day, Dr. B.N. Gangadhar, our dedicated and honorable, most respected Chancellor of our university, Madam Geeta Muthaiya, and my beloved colleague, Professor Balashanmugam, the Dean of Medicine, the Dr. Prabhu Mayakesavan, Director of DMS of our CHRI, Dr. Sabari, the Professor and Head of Department of Psychiatry, my beloved good friend, Dr. Arun Kumar, the Vice Principal, and our dedicated administrating chief, our registrar, Dr. Jayendra Saraswati, and our managing trustee, our most respected and most beloved Sri M.A.M.R. Muthaiya sir. Good morning, every one of you. It gives me very great pleasure to be in the midst of every one of you to celebrate this day, which is devoted for the noble cause of the physicians, the doctors. We call Happy Doctors Day, simply. When we decided to celebrate this day, we, our Chancellor, our Registrar, and myself, and our trustee, we would like to invite a distinguished person for this function. When I talked to Professor B.N. Gangadhar a week before, normally we used to call him as BNG, and our good friend, our Professor of Eminence, Dr. Jagannathan, is also another good friend of Dr. BNG. He also spoke to him. He said, you have chosen the right person. Please see that he's accepting it. But sir, we are so grateful to you. And immediately you said yes for this function. In fact, we have been trying to bring you to our campus, and you also readily agreed for that. And I have no words to express my sincere thanks and grateful thanks to you for accepting to be the chief guest for this day function, because the Padma Shri and the different positions what he was occupying in this country is that in terms of doctor, you can call him as a doctor. In terms of the psychiatry, is a chief, because he was actually heading the NIMHANS as director. He joined NIMHANS. And not only that, it is not only the medical profession, he mastered himself in mental ability also. And that is where he has become a trained person for yoga also. And he is well known in his yoga also. And all these things he is doing in a more scientific way. So we thought he'll be the best person for us to bless the young minds as well as the experienced doctors, and the situation like the pandemic situation where we could be able to successfully, to major extent, to overcome the difficulties faced by each and every one of us in this pandemic period. And for this wonderful occasion, he has agreed. And once again, on behalf of our management and our university and on my own behalf, I heartily welcome you, sir. And it is needless to say, this is a young university, sir. This is about 12 years old university, but we have fairly good credentials. We could be able to have NAC A grade, and we are due for next cycle, where I am confident that we will definitely get still higher grade than what we are now. And we are one among top 100 universities in the country. And it's a smart campus and a green campus of 150 acres of campus. And thanks to my managing trustee who has a passion for this building this institution along with our chancellor. Sir, before that, I wish to say that the Chettinad, the name itself has a legacy, sir. Legacy for philanthropy, legacy for promotion of education, legacy for promotion of industries. Sir, all in one is my managing trustee, CMAMR Muthaiya, and his beloved wife, Sri Geeta Muthaiya. But for their passion, it is difficult to bring in such a kind of wonderful modern facilities for these health institutions with various different programs, academic programs to serve for the communities. That is their ultimate motive. And in the situation where, although we are 12 years old, because of the augmentation of facilities added over and above existing facilities, we could be able to manage this wonderful, the pandemic situation in a wonderful way. And we could be able to house a wonderful facility, say the ICMR recognized RT-PCR facility with which we could be able to make it more than about 30,000 patients have been screened for the COVID diseases. Of course, we have our dedicated doctors. Already our DMS is in the program, and equally in the university side, there is Professor Mohan Rao as well as and his team, Dr. Durga Devi, the COVID in charge. They have done a human services during this first wave and second wave, sir. And in fact, I troubled them number of times. Dr. Prabhu, I called even midnight. He used to answer, sir, I am doing my best. I will do my best. I will give a bed, sir. It is ventilator may not be available, but I will try to provide an oxygen bed. Same way, Dr. Durga and her team, I could able to contact everyone along with my colleague, Dr. Meyyana Kumar. It is sir, we had a wonderful right from morning 8 to 12. The doctors, they were at our disposal. So really, sir, they are second to God, I would say, because they have done such a wonderful services. And both experienced doctors, along with Dr. Prabhu, Dr. Radhakrishnan, Dr. Guhan, and one more doctor, they were all, Dr. Jacob, they were all deeply involved in the process. And I have no words, only I can submit our grateful thanks on behalf of the management and on behalf of every one of us, those dedicated doctors for their human services, and that we cannot compare with anything, sir. And along with them, we have a supporting staff, both nurses as well as the frontline workers, they also done. I take this opportunity to thank every one of them, and they are all very truthful to the aspirations of our management, and with which we could be able to get much more benefit out of them, sir. And it is possible. I wish to record my sincere thanks to every one of them during this Doctor's Day. And needless to say, the whole activity is being carried out by the dedicated labs also with us. All the three labs, the microbiology lab, the biochemistry lab, as well as the pathology lab, they give very useful informations every now and then, in addition to the radiology. Because on seeing the Dr. Jagannathan, I have forgotten the radiology department. The radiology department is doing wonderful services. And they were also working throughout the night, sir, because they were screening, taking the CT of each and every patient. And we could be able to generate large amount of data. I'm sure NMC will get lot of new publications from Chettinad in terms of our experiences in COVID. So it is a wonderful opportunity for me to thank our management, our dynamic, passionate, our chancellor, Madam Geeta Muthaiya, as well as our managing trustee, Sri MAMR Muthaiya, for making this to happen in this campus. And I am so grateful to them for allowing me to function here in this day. I once again take this opportunity to thank every one of you who invited me, who organized this wonderful function, to say Happy Doctors' Day and to thank all the dedicated doctors of the day. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech. We always known you as a person who is good at extempore speech, and you showed us once again like how good you are in. We also thank you for all your guiding and support towards our academic excellence of the institute. Thank you, sir. Now I welcome our beloved, honorable, and benevolent Chancellor, Mrs. Geeta Muthaiya, Madam, to give her presidential address. Welcome, Madam.
Thank you. Good morning, Dr. Gangadhar, our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Balasubramaniam, Dr. Jagannathan, Dr. Prabhu, Dr. Arun Kumar, and our Dean. I'm truly happy to be part of this Doctor's Day celebration, especially at a time like this. It is an honor and a privilege to welcome you, Dr. Gangadhar, and wishing you a very happy Doctor's Day. And I know you've taken a lot of time off your busy schedule, so thank you. And I'd like to wish our doctors at Chettinad and doctors all over the world a very happy Doctor's Day. This is a wonderful occasion to recognize and express our gratitude to you all for putting others above yourselves. So many people were saved because of your tireless and selfless efforts. Physicians were always respected over centuries across the world. But I think the pandemic now has elevated this even more and made people realize the value of doctors and their abilities. We all went through and are still going through bouts of emotions during the pandemic, ranging from uncertainty, fear, anger sometimes, sadness, and at times depression. And sometimes we were indifferent, and suddenly we had courage and hope. And I'm sure you as a doctor, being human beings also, must have experienced and are experiencing some, or if not all, of these emotions. Yet you are in the forefront, treating people day after day while facing personal challenges yourselves. Watching people die in spite of best efforts and treatment is an emotionally draining and painful process, as we all know. Yet you had to come back, and you are still coming back the next day to work tirelessly, treating more patients. And also I understand when I was talking to certain doctors and the administration, the leaders, they were saying that, when a lot of disappointments and sadness from families, if there was a death or a COVID death, and sometimes they question the treatment, the ability of the doctors, and it is a very challenging experience. And also it sometimes raised a self-doubt. The coronavirus was something the entire world was experiencing for the first time, as we all know. So the treatment was continuously evolving, and it was a continuous learning process for all doctors all over the world. So these were several challenges that doctors faced during this period, as you are all well aware. And I know many of the doctors had to stay away from families. They stayed separately, and they had to, there were several sacrifices made, and they were communicating to families only virtually. So it was emotionally draining, and there was a lot of painful things that they had to go through themselves. So and many doctors spent almost the entire day in the hospital, which was very physically exhausting. So in spite of being physically and emotionally exhausted, every day the doctors came back the next day to treat patients with a fresh mindset, right? So I understand that our postgraduate students and our medical interns were also in the forefront, contributing and making several sacrifices. They marched to the wards without any regrets, with the stethoscope around their neck, wrapped around their necks. And I understand that few of them had their marriages fixed, but that did not stop them from coming and being completely a part of this process and contributing and treating patients. A lot of the doctors at Chettinad Hospital treated elderly patients whose children and families lived abroad. And it was commendable the way they gave feedback to the families, it seems. I know personally a few families who had got this feedback also, continuous feedback of their parents' progress, and a lot of them were nursed back to good health. So, and they said, gave them so much of reassurance and peace of mind when they got this continuous feedback. Several families have given testimonials about the treatment and the care given in our hospital. Mr. M.A.M.R. Muthaya, the managing trustee, and my husband, and I take great pride in sharing that our hospital has treated more than 7,500 COVID patients so far. And I would remember how he continuously followed up about the recovery of patients, and also worked so hard for the uninterrupted oxygen supply, which was a very big challenge at that period. And here I would also like to say that as Dr. Balasubramaniam said so well, so many of the administrative leaders and several doctors worked around the clock to ensure that they supported all our doctors in treating patients. So it was a mammoth task, as it was all over the world, of our technicians, our nursing staff, our administrative staff, our leaders. It was an end, and I think we as a hospital did beautifully well during this process. I'd like to also mention that Chettinad Hospital has treated the maximum number of COVID patients in the state among private hospitals. As we all know, the pandemic is not yet over, but we are more experienced, more equipped, more prepared to face the future and to treat people and help them recover with all your hard work and dedication. And now people know, especially after the pandemic, we are a young hospital, but after this pandemic, people know they can rely on Chettinad Hospital for good doctors and recovery, and good care and treatment and hope. With care, commitment, and resilience, compassion and courage, you have raised the bar for commitment towards healthcare. The doctors of the world are truly the heroes of the pandemic. Thank you very much. Happy Doctors' Day.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam, for your insightful speech. It was a perfect example of how empathetic and understanding you are towards us as doctors. We are very happy to have you, and should be happy and lucky to have you as our Chancellor, Madam. We also fondly remember how you and MD Sir used to constantly follow up with us about the well-being of each and every patient, the treatment given, and also helping us to upgrade the infrastructure in tackling the challenging COVID situation, during which innumerable patients got benefited and got well from our hospital. With your constant guidance and support, we are very confident, Madam, about facing more challenging situations in the future too. Thank you, Madam. So before moving further, I just want to give you a brief introduction about our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor B.N. Gangadhar Sir. Sir has more than 30 years of extensive experience in the field of mental health, both from clinical and academic perspective. He has served in various capacities like Medical Superintendent, Head of the Department of Psychiatry, Dean of Behavioral Sciences, Program Director, and Head of the Advanced Center for Yoga, and finally as the Director of NIMHANS. After his retirement from NIMHANS as Director, Sir was one of the Board of Governors when National Medical Commission was set up in 2019. And later, he was presiding over the Ethics and Medical Registration Board of the National Medical Commission. Currently, Sir is the President of Medical Assessment and Rating Board. Sir has more than 350 publications in both national and international journals and authored several books. It may not be wrong to call Sir as one of the authority of the country as far as yoga and psychiatry is concerned, and also ECT and its role in psychiatry. Sir has been honored with many awards, the foremost of which is Padma Shri Award given by the central government in 2020. Sir was also awarded Sir C.V. Raman Award for Medical Sciences by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, way back in 1998. Sir has a lot more achievements to talk about, which will be practically impossible for me to fit in as due to the time constraint that we are having now. But having known him personally as my teacher, I can say I have seen no one as humble or as simple as Sir is. So we are very honored to have Professor Dr. Gangadhar Sir as our chief guest for today's function. Without further ado, I welcome Sir for your chief guest address.
Thank you, Shabari.
Thank you, sir.
The Chancellor of the Chettinad University, Srimati Geeta Muttaya, Vice Chancellor Dr. Balasubramanian, the Principal, the Dean, my dear friend Dr. Shabari, and most importantly, the person who was the instrumental in connecting me to this university, Dr. Jagannathan. I'm sure you're all very fortunate to have him in your university. Any university would have loved to have him as a eminent scientist working in a medical university. Leave that apart, I'll come back to that little later. But today, congratulations on being the champions of COVID, treating the highest number of COVID patients in a private hospital in Tamil Nadu state. Must congratulate you on this occasion of the Doctor's Day for this achievement. You've done a wonderful job. And I also congratulate the entire medical community in your university and wish them all the best for all their endeavors on this occasion of the National Doctor's Day. We celebrate National Day to commemorate and honor Dr. Vidhan Chandra Roy, Dr. B.C. Roy as only we call him, who happened to be born on this day in 1882. Again, unfortunately, we lost him on the same day in 1962. He graduated from Calcutta as a medical practitioner. After his mathematics graduation, he went on to do medicine. And today we won't be able to imagine that degree of flexibility in our education. We will want a person to study biology in his 12th class without fail. And if by chance he did not study and he excelled in mathematics and physics as Dr. Jagannathan here is, we would still not make him a doctor. You are not eligible to be a doctor. Imagine the flexibility in those days gave us the Bharat Ratna Vidhan Chandra Roy. Unfortunately, instead of using that model, we went back. We made in all states biology as an important curriculum, mandated to become a doctor. Let's look back whether we did the right thing or not when we are celebrating the great personality of Vidhan Chandra Roy. So why did our country, of course, he was also the chief minister of West Bengal, that's a different issue altogether. But more importantly, he became a model to all doctors. Became a model to all doctors, not because he created wonderful international publications. It is not that he was known internationally for some scientific contributions in textbooks, but after getting the best degrees outside the country in those days, which could have made him a very, very eminent doctor with a lot of salary and a very great position, being a youngest person who did those days both the membership of the Royal College of Physicians and also the surgeons. He could have gone places outside this country. But he chose to come back. He chose to come back to a land which at those days was not considered very rich. to a land which did not give so many opportunities. A land that has been enslaved, not a free country. What was the attraction to him? Attraction is those needy patients who were ailing and who would benefit from modern treatment. At that time, there are not many modern medical practitioners. So all the education that he achieved, he obtained in that country, he chose to dedicate it to this land, to these patients, to these fellow citizens who needed that. With this motive, when he came back, not at all surprising that people thronged to get his treatment. And you should see that part of his personality. He chose that why should people travel all the way? Hundreds of people travel all the way to come and meet me. It is simpler for one person to go across and meet those patients. He did multiple health camps. He would travel extensively. Did not even care for his personal need, just as much as many doctors are doing now. Our Honorable Chancellor mentioned this. Many doctors in this COVID period worked perhaps as tirelessly as Dr. B.C. Roy. Necessity, perhaps. Even those days, it was necessary. But yet, being the only person, yet today we have so many people to help us. There are so many doctors to take our pressures. But yet, in those days, being the only person, he chose to travel, chose to treat patients, and did not think that he should be getting a huge sum of money as a return, that he should be getting a lot of laurels, a lot of awards. No. It was a typical function, as what Lord Krishna said, work without any expectation. He did that. And that, of course, brought him rewards. Rewards is not what he went after, the rewards went after him. He got the Bharata Ratna. And also, of course, he was the chief minister of a very significant state. It is no wonder that such a person, we are observing him as our role model for medical doctors. And we celebrate the National Doctors' Day. Not many countries observe the National Doctors' Day. Of course, there are some countries which observe in the month of March, but there is no such typical country which has been observing the National Doctors' Day. We are observing it for close to 30 years now. So the National Doctors' Day is a very important event. We will be right in observing and celebrating the National Doctors' Day, and we will be correct only if we emulate the model that Dr. B.C. Roy gave to us. Without that, we simply observe it for the sake of observing the Doctor's Day. We simply remember Dr. B.C. Roy. We simply praise him and tell him that a great doctor got the Nobel Prize. Unless we are able to emulate his actions, unless we are able to walk that talk what we are doing about B.C. Roy, we are only willing to walk that talk. The purpose of observing the National Doctors' Day would be meaningful. So having said this part, I must also say a note of appreciation to our doctors. Yes, I am also a doctor, but I am saying those doctors who work tirelessly in this pandemic for a little more than now 16 months. 16 months is a very long period. In these 16 months, people have been working tirelessly. No future ahead of their career. There are postgraduates who ought to be doing surgeries. There are postgraduates who have to be doing radiotherapies. There have to be postgraduates who have to be doing some special procedures like deep brain stimulation or gamma knife surgery or plastic surgery that could have earned them a lot of money. But they're all learned those procedures to be able to make a good career in the future. but they're all seeing only this COVID patient. Saving life of our fellow citizens has been the topmost priority than furthering my own professional specialty career. This is no less satisfaction, no less sacrifice, which we should all acknowledge. We all, of course, thank them. I'm thanking particularly the postgraduate trainees. Postgraduate trainees have lost 1 year. I know of a very close family friend whose son is doing his postgraduate in a surgical specialty. He said, I went and joined as with the hope of becoming a surgeon. Last 1 year, I did only the medical. Not even in medical subject, I've seen only the COVID patient. Being the junior most doctor, I go in the morning, put on the PPE, put on the gloves and go on. There was a small respite in the month of, let's say, November, December. I was hoping that life is back to normal. Bang, came the second wave. And they're saying the third wave is coming, the wards we should not fill. Hold on, let's wait on. Fine. So this is a sacrifice. My dear postgraduate students, if you are all hearing to me, please understand that this is not a simple sacrifice. You have done something marvelous, something beyond my imagination. So I must bow my head to all of you for making this occasion of treating all these patients. Coming back to medical profession, not about service. Of course, they are all service-oriented people. But I think in a place like Chettinad Institute, which has given such a wonderful atmosphere, with a wonderful technology, with such a specialized hospital. It is not another hospital. It is another institution. It is not just another institution. It's a specialized institution. It is not even a specialized institution. It has got more or less the state-of-the-art cutting-edge technology available. Perhaps it's going to make it available. Now, when you have this, when you have the best teaching professionals being looked after, with the best services, and you have a hospital, and all these things are available, the output is not another patient who got better with his appendicectomy. We're not talking of a patient who got better with a prostate cancer. We're not talking of a patient who got better with a head injury, who did a burr hole and removed his subdural hematoma. It is not another patient whose stroke was treated and he went back walking. No, these are all, it would otherwise also happen in multi-speciality hospitals elsewhere, or even perhaps in a district level hospital too. But I think the expectation from the society, from such a renowned institution, and I know Dr. Balasubramanian mentioned we are in the top 10 universities. And when that is the case, the expectation is going to be a lot different. Society would expect not another doctor, not just another doctor who has got not just the clinical skill that is required to be a good doctor, but you would also expect it to deliver a doctor who is going to be highly research oriented. And that is the foundation that your honorable trust has given you, both Muttaya ji and Madam Muttaya ji. They have given you such a foundation to be able to produce results which not just the national, but also the international society recognize. There are many ways in which you could do research. I'm sure, of course, clinical research is something that you would encourage all your postgraduates to be doing. Why I'm emphasizing research, sir? Why I'm emphasizing research? I'm addressing not just another group of doctors. I'm addressing a group of doctors who are attached to a very respectable university. Very respectable university, not just another university, like I was saying, a university which has been endowed with so much of resources and such enterprise that is available in your trustees that you have to produce something beyond just merely doctors. I also, why did I also say this? When Dr. Jagannathan told me that I have moved to Chettinad University about a year ago, I was very thrilled. I thought now another research issue will crop up there. I have known Dr. Jagannathan for many years. He has been coming to NIMHANS as a expert on various fields. When we bought the most expensive equipment those days for the MRI machines, and he was our counsel as to what and how to choose such a machine, etc., etc. Of course, that is one facet of Dr. Jagannathan. The numbers of awards that he has received, numbers of accolades that he has received, numbers of committees in various science. All this has been possible. Yeah, he may not be a medical doctor studying MBBS like you and me, but a specialty which has offered the best of the technology that we are today applying, the medical physics. So that he is being there is something, such a wonderful value addition that I'm sure you are all going to exploit that. I'm just giving that one example. Some thought in your administration decided that such a personality endowed with science and research background was required. And I'm sure the same would have been available, although I have never visited your university, on many other fronts. The equipment, maybe the ambience for research, the support for research. Many of these, I'm sure, would have been available. I'm sure on this day, in addition to observing the Doctor's Day, in addition to serving all your patients, in addition to motivating all your doctors, including your PGs, to dedicate their time for the care of the patient. This is very important. Without this dedication to the patient, nothing will happen. Without dedication to students to make them the best doctors, nothing will happen. But without contributing to research from the faculty and the students together, again, you would probably be filing into the country. And this is very important today. The reason why I'm again making an emphasis on research is not just because all facts I mentioned, but that you can do the research and you are endowed with all the resources to do it. That's not just the reason, but more important reason is I keep tracking how many research activities that keep happening in international arena and also in the national arena. Research contributions from doctors community in terms of publications, etc., is something that we have to rapidly increase. Countries which are not as good in our medical background, medical advancement, are producing more research papers in medical sciences. And I think our country having close to 15 lakh doctors at this point of time, and we are producing as many as about 75,000 doctors every year, and with more than 540 medical colleges and as many as about 100 medical universities. Not only talking of state medical universities, many other universities which are also producing doctors, like for example, your university. So as many as 100 universities which are producing medical doctors, and close to about 80 to 90 very well equipped medical institutions which are researching and having the foundation. And I think our expectation that research becomes an equally important priority, no less important than medical services to our patients, training to our post-graduations, and of course, research to the community. I'm sure on this Doctor's Day, we will remember the most noble soul, Dr. Bidhan Chandra Roy, to dedicate ourselves to the models that Dr. Roy has given to us. At the same time, in the context of last now more than 75 years since Bidhan Chandra Roy became an example and a model to us, in this period, a lot of things have changed in the medical and technology and the way in which we are looking at medical science altogether. It is no more just another service. I think it is another science and technology, medical science and technology. We gear up our mind in all the three directions. I think we will be paying our tributes to this great soul. And in this day, offering all our pranams to Dr. B.C. Roy, I conclude my talk. I must thank the Chettinad University for having invited me to address your medical doctors and the entire institution. I bow my head and I thank you a lot for inviting me. Dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your inspirational speech. It's always inspirational to hear your speech, and you continue to inspire us and all the young doctors. I'm sure all the young doctors and medical students will take inspiration from legend like you, sir. And we hope that we'll increase the research load of our country in the near future. Now I call upon dear Dr. Prabhu Mayakesavan, the Director of Medical Services, to deliver his vote of thanks.
Thank you. Am I audible, Dr. Shabari?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Honorable Chancellor, our most valued invited chief guest, Dr. B.N. Gangadhar, sir, our dynamic Vice Chancellor, respected Dean, and panel of host and co-host, Dr. Arun, Vice Principal, Dr. Shabari, Head of the Department of Psychiatry Department, Madam Jaya, Registrar, Professor Jagannathan, who is a mentor for many in this campus. It is my great privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this Doctors' Day celebration. I, on behalf of doctors of Chettinad and paramedics, I extend a very hearty vote of thanks to all speakers for gracing and sharing an important message and appreciation with us. I may like to express our sincere thanks to our Dean for welcoming the dignitaries and a brief introduction about the dignitaries. And I'm also very grateful to our Vice Chancellor for providing encouragement and acknowledging the number of COVID patients that we saw, which was quite staggering, and also appreciating the contribution done by the laboratory, radiology people, paramedics, above all the nurses. I think though it is a Doctors' Day celebration, the nurses. So I thank Vice Chancellor for those encouraging words. And I also wish to express my sincere gratitude to Chancellor for acknowledging the mental stress that the doctors went through. You know, everyone's attention was how we handle the COVID patients, but I acknowledge Madam, Chancellor Madam, for mentioning about the mental stress that every healthcare professional went through the pandemic. Thank you, Madam. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation and gratitude towards Dr. B.N. Gangadhar, sir. Sir, thank you. You truly inspired by your great words. And thank you for sharing the contribution done by Dr. D.C. Roy. And we are more than happy to host you when you decide to come and visit us. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the IT team for providing a seamless digital platform today, on this time to celebrate the Doctors' Day occasion. Dear all, once again, I want to state that we are all most grateful to all speakers and their contribution on this Doctor Day celebration. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you everyone for gracing the occasion with your participation. Hopefully by next year, we all expect to have this Doctors' Day celebration in campus, and we will also wish Dr. Professor B.N. Gangadhar sir to be the chief guest then too, in person. Thank you, sir. Welcome your participations.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sir.
Sir,
Thank
your speech is more like a living legend of Dr. B.C. Roy. We feel that Dr. B.C. Roy appeared before us and you emulated every one of us, rather. You didn't leave anyone, right from students to faculty. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks, madam. Chancellor, madam, thank you so much for gracing the function and to give your valuable thing. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone of you, including Dr. Sabari, for wonderfully comparing.
Thank you.